In the dimly lit confines of the school locker room, a surprising spectacle emerged, captivating all who bore witness. There she stood, a 60-year-old woman defying the sands of time in a cheerleader's costume that seemed to whisper secrets of nostalgia. Her aura exuded a youthful enthusiasm that blurred the lines between past and present. Clad in her cheerleader attire, she wore a costume that clung to her figure with audacious tenacity, celebrating her curves and the life experiences etched into her being. The deep, plunging neckline revealed a mosaic of memories, each one etched in the lines around her eyes and the knowing smile upon her lips. Her skirt, daringly short, danced playfully around her thighs with every step, embracing her spirit of rebellion against the conventional expectations of age. In the reflection of the locker room mirror, she saw a reflection not merely of herself, but of the fearless girl she once was and the vibrant woman she had become. Sophia, a widow in her 70s, found solace in her countryside villa. Nestled amidst rolling hills and blooming gardens, the villa was her haven of tranquility. In the peaceful embrace of the countryside, Sophia found comfort in solitude. She spent her days tending to her garden, watching the seasons change, and finding beauty in the simple moments. Each morning, Sophia would wake up to the gentle glow of the sunrise, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold. The air was crisp and fragrant, carrying the scent of blooming flowers and dew-kissed grass. With a cup of tea in hand, she would wander through her garden, where memories of her parents and grandparents seemed to linger in every corner. As the sun set and the stars emerged, Sophia would sit on her porch, gazing at the vast expanse of the night sky. In those moments, she felt a profound connection to the universe and a deep appreciation for the life she had lived, surrounded by the timeless embrace of nature. Throughout the decades, Catherine dedicated herself to her work and her patients, which helped her feel young and fulfilled every day. She was an example of how the community respected and valued its medical professionals for their dedication and professionalism. Beyond her striking appearance, Catherine's wisdom and compassion endeared her to both colleagues and patients. Her office was not just a place for medical consultations, but also a sanctuary where people found solace in her reassuring words and expert care. As she walked through the hospital corridors, Catherine's presence exuded confidence and kindness, leaving a trail of admiration in her wake. She inspired not just with her beauty, but also with her profound knowledge and the genuine concern she showed for everyone she encountered. Outside of her professional life, Catherine enjoyed a rich personal life, filled with travel, cultural pursuits, and philanthropy. She believed in living life to the fullest, cherishing each moment, and sharing her abundant joy with others. At the evening ball, where time seemed to slow down in an elegant symphony, there appeared a lady in her mid-60s, but with striking traces of experience that rendered her nearly mythical. Her name was Elizabeth, and she was a vision of sophistication and allure. Elizabeth was dressed in a solid and stately ensemble that spoke of timeless grace. Her black leather gown, with its generous décolletage, was a masterpiece of elegance and sensuality. The dress draped over her like a second skin, accentuating the wisdom of her years while revealing a magnetic allure that defied the passage of time. As the ballroom's ambient light bathed her in a soft, ethereal glow, Elizabeth sat regally upon a sumptuous leather sofa. Her poised posture and dignified presence commanded attention, drawing the gaze of all those who crossed her path. Surrounded by the opulence of the evening, Elizabeth was a living testament to the enduring power of elegance and charm. Her age was not a limitation. It was a badge of honor, a symbol of a life well lived and richly experienced. Maggie, a retired police officer in her 70s, had dedicated her life to upholding the law and serving her community. From the moment she donned her uniform for the first time, she felt a sense of purpose that propelled her forward. Throughout her career, Maggie faced challenges head-on, breaking barriers and earning respect despite the tough exterior she had to maintain on the job. Maggie was also known for her kindness and compassion. In her retirement, she continued to be a pillar of support in her community, helping families in need and offering guidance to troubled youth. As she looked back on her years in law enforcement, Maggie cherished the memories of the lives she had touched. In her heart, she knew that even the smallest acts of kindness could create a ripple effect, and she was proud to have been part of that positive force in the world. Retirement didn't mean an end to her commitment. It was a shift in focus. Her wisdom was a beacon for those navigating the complex paths of justice, and she found joy in knowing that her legacy would live on in the generations she had inspired. In the kitchen of her cozy home, there lived a true culinary goddess who had reached the age of 65, yet her beauty and energy were undeniably captivating. Her name was Ludmila, and she was pure kitchen magic. Ludmila always wore her kitchen apron, which not only reflected her professional curiosity, but also allowed her to look enchanting even while cooking. This apron wonderfully accentuated her ever-blooming figure, from which spicy sparks radiated. Her talent for preparing dishes was extraordinary, and she always had something to amaze and tantalize people. She knew that the way to people's hearts was through their stomachs, and she fed her guests not only deliciously, but also with her heart and soul. Ludmila was an example of how beauty and flavor could endure forever if cared for attentively. Ludmila's story was a tale of how a passion for cooking could inspire and bring joy not only to the chef, but also to everyone who shared in the flavors and experiences she offered. In a tranquil place where time seemed to stand still, there lived a lovely young woman named Elizabeth. Her home nestled amidst a lush garden that she adored with boundless affection. But it wasn't just the garden that captivated everyone. It was Elizabeth herself. Elizabeth was a natural beauty, and her inner radiance seamlessly blended with her physical allure. Over the years, her body retained its youth and charm, like a gift from nature. Every morning, as the first rays of the sun bathed her garden in golden light, Elizabeth would step outside. Her long, flowing hair resembled cascading ebony silk, and her eyes sparkled with a wisdom that only years could bring. And so, Elizabeth continued to flourish in her garden, embodying timeless beauty that can only come from a heart full of love and a soul. As the seasons passed, her garden bloomed in harmony with her, reflecting the everlasting grace and charm of a woman who found her Eden at home. In the heart of the city, atop the rooftop of the grandest hotel, there resided a lady of enchanting beauty, a woman who had aged like a fine vintage wine. At 65, she was a testament to the enduring allure of grace and poise. Her name was Eleanor, and she was a vision of fairy tale elegance. She sat in the open-air restaurant that overlooked the city's shimmering skyline, the evening sky painted with hues of twilight and stars. A gentle breeze rustled her exquisite summer dress, a masterpiece of lace and silk that draped over her figure like moonlight on water. The restaurant's candlelit tables added a touch of romance to the atmosphere, and the soft, flickering glow cast a halo around Eleanor's silver hair. Her presence exuded a timeless allure, drawing the eyes of admirers and causing conversations to hush in reverence. Beside her, the night unfolded like a symphony, and the city's lights below flickered in harmony with her radiant smile. Evelyn, a former secretary in her 70s, had witnessed the evolution of office culture over the years. In her prime, she was the epitome of grace and efficiency, the hub that kept the office running smoothly. The world had changed since then, with technology transforming the workplace. Despite the advancements, Evelyn's story is a reminder that in the rush of progress, we should cherish the simplicity and beauty of the past. In her cozy living room, adorned with photos from her career, Evelyn would occasionally type on a vintage typewriter she had kept. The familiar sound of the keys brought back a flood of memories, and for a moment, she was transported back to her office desk, the steady rhythm of her typing echoing through the room. She often regaled her grandchildren with tales of her time as a secretary, describing the camaraderie among colleagues and the sense of accomplishment when a task was completed. While the world had changed, the values she had carried throughout her career remained timeless and worth passing down to future generations.